If you want some good laughs this weekend, check out Theater 98's production of The Good Doctor. This is the director, Scotty White, with us this morning. Now, The Good Doctor opened on Broadway, 73, closed in 74. Why did the board at Theater 98 decide, let's bring it to Baldwin County?
Well, this is one of Neil Simon's lesser-known plays. It's a very, very funny play based on works by Anton Chekhov, and so it's something kind of new for Baldwin County to have. So the board thought it was just a great idea and a great summer show. It's really, really funny.
And I love the story. Over the break, we were talking about how Scotty got to direct this, and this is such a great story.
Well, yes, I'm a senior at West Virginia State University outside of Charleston, West Virginia, majoring in communications with an emphasis in theater, and I needed an internship, and so I'd done some work at Theater 98 before, been in some shows, and so I just emailed the president and see if they picked directors, and they sent my resume in and they chose me, and so we turned that into my internship, so I'm very excited.
I love it. So professors are going to be very, very pleased with that, I'm sure, but it just goes to show if you want something, reach for it, because you never know. So The Good Doctor, this is your baby right now.
Yes,
what is it about?
Well, it's a collection of short stories that Neil Simon adapted from Anton Chekhov, who's a famous Russian writer, and they're all little funny little vignettes, and it all takes place with a narrator who kind of is like a Rod Serling type, who introduces these really, really funny short stories. So it's bittersweet and funny and soft, and it's got a little bit of everything for everyone.
It's going to tell you all of our emotions.
A little bit of everything, yes.
And you have two actors here you brought this morning, and they are going to do a scene from the play.
They are.
Tell us about their characters in the scene too.
They play a husband and wife who have an even kind of boring marriage, and the selection they're in is called The Seduction. And it's about a guy who's trying to seduce the young woman. This scene is actually the husband and wife talking about it. It's very funny. Okay,
so this is just, you said it's called The Seduction. Just want to make sure that all ages can
all
see
ages,
it.
all ages.
Okay, so you don't have to send your kids out.
Yeah, kids can watch it. It's like I said, very funny.
Okay, cool. Let's check it out. Let's get some laughs.
By the way, I ran into Peter Semyonich today.
Who?
Peter Semyonich, the bachelor. We met him in the gardens last week. That attractive fellow. You remember.
I remember what a loathsome man he is.
You may not think so when you hear what he had to say about you.
Nothing that braggart had to say would interest me.
He spoke most enthusiastically about you. He was enraptured by your grace and quiet charm, and he seemed to feel you were capable of loving a man in some extraordinary way. It was something about your eyes and the way you looked so adoringly. He certainly said a lot about you. He went on and on. Well, good night, my love.
Good night, Nikki. What else? Well, what else did he have to say about me?
Peter?
Whatever that loathsome man's name is. What did Peter Semyonich say about me?
Well, that's more or less it. What I told you.
But you said he went on and on.
He did.
But you stopped. If he went on and on, don't stop. Either go on and on, or let's just go to bed.
Well, he said how much he envied me and how much he wanted someone to look at him the way you look at me.
How does he know how I look at you?
Well, that day in the gardens, he must have been looking at you when you were looking at me. It sent a tingle through my whole body.
The way I looked at you?
Exactly, my precious.
But you were looking at him, so you couldn't have seen how I was looking at you. And as a matter of fact, I was looking at all the flowers because he was making me nervous the way he kept avoiding looking at me. You must have tingled for some other reason.
It's getting complicated. The point is, he found you fascinating. I thought it would please you.
Well, it doesn't. I'd rather you not tell me such stories. Will you be seeing him again soon?
Tomorrow for lunch.
I'd rather not be discussed at lunch. You can tell him that. And tomorrow night at dinner, you can tell me what he said. Good night, Nikki.
Good night, my angel.
So true, right, ladies? We don't want to know, but then we do want to know. Looks like it's going to be a very funny show. Check out The Good Doctor at Theater 98 in Fairhope.